we go. Chapter 3, Section 4, divide a decimal by a whole number. Anyways, I'm just going to get into it here. Number 25 divided by 4. So we have to add on decimals, what we call annex zeros. Didn't line that decimal point up very well. Decimals come straight up. When you're dividing, you get your decimal and you come straight up. You do your decimal at the beginning. When you're multiplying, you do your decimal at the end. Anyways, 4 times 6 is 24. So you remainder of 1. And really, you could stop here and go 1 over 4 is 1/4 is 25 cents. You could just do that in your head, 6.25. That's what I would do. But I'm showing the long division there. Think money. That's $6.25. 1/4. That's $6.25. I don't put the decimals in my problem. Or the units in my problem. I always just put them in my answer. Anyways, this would be tempting to stew in your head. That's $153, and then a half. Got a remainder of 1. That's a half. Anyways, 153.5, or add the 0 to make it look like money. Okay, this is going to be between 7 and 8, number 9. Because 6 times 7 is 42, and 6 times 8 is 45, or 48, so 45 is going to be between that. Number 12, it's going to be between 20 and 30. 5 times 20 is 100, 5 times 30 is 150, so the answer is going to be 20-something. Number 15, I'm okay if you just wrote 11. 4 times 11 is 44, and just kind of skip the process there, but anyways, one at a time here. And then there's my division, just adding, annexing zeros until I, get my answer, since I'm not rounding. Number 18, find the equivalent decimal for the fraction 4/8. Well, here's my long division. The top goes inside, add a decimal. But 4/8 is a half, and $1 is 50 cents. So I'm going to show you this when I finish this lesson, just changing fractions to decimals. The 7ths are freaky, and there's 6 that are tough, but I'll show you that in a bit here. Number 21, 17 divided by 2, well, it's going to be 8.8 is your best one. Number 24, 84.6 divided by 9, it's going to be 9 times 9 is 81, it's going to be 9 point something. And 27, 17 candy bars are divided by 4 friends. So that's 4, with remainder 1, 4 1/4. Like 4.25, but they wanted it end up being a mixed number. Number 30, in which number is the value of 9 the same? Well, 9 is in the 10,000ths place, so on the last one, that's in the 10,000ths place, so they're both worth 90,000. And 33, choose the estimate of the sum. So 63 plus 29 is 92,000 would be your, or 82, it's 92, whatever that thing. Anyways, 92,000 would be the best estimate. Right, okay, so now I'm going to show you what I was talking about here, fractions to decimals. I start with tenths. 1/10 is 0.1, which reads 1/10. 2/10 is 0.2 or 2/10. If you can read it, you can write it. That's 2/10, that's 2/10. 3/10, I mean, 3 is in the tenths place. 9/10 is 0.9 or 9/10. 9/10 is 9/10. So pretty stinking easy on the tenths, right? Well, the ninths is the same thing, except it's 0.11111 repeating, so it's 0.1 repeating. So 2/9 is 0.2 repeating. So ninths are just like tenths, except they repeat, so you have the bar. 3/9 is 0.333 forever, it's 0.3 repeating. 8/9 is 0.8 repeating. You okay with ninths and tenths, the difference? So now let's go up to a half. 1/2, can I make it ninths or tenths? Well, I can make this into tenths. Times 5, times 5, times 5, times 5, so that's 5/10, well that's 0.5. 1/3, well that's the same thing, I mean I can get that to ninths, times 3 times 3, so that's 3/9. Well, 3/9 you already know, it's 0.3 repeating. 2/3, I can make that ninths, that's 6/9, well it's 0.6 repeating. So all you need, knowing your tenths and then your ninths are similar, but they repeat, and then just trying to get them to ninths or tenths. But fourths, I don't say fourths, I say quarter. 1/4, I just think money. 2/4, 50 cents. 3/4, 75 cents. So when I see fourths, I don't say fourths, I think quarters. 1/5, I can get that to tenths. So here, I'll write it out here. Tenths, this is ninths, this is tenths, and then this is money. So 1/5 is 2/10. 2/5 is 4/10, 0.4. 4/5 is 8/10, 0.8. You okay with that? So that just gets us to the 6/7, and 8. Sevenths I'm not even gonna do. Sevenths are creepy. It's like, I think it's like 5 or 6 numbers that, it's long before it starts repeating. So yeah, blech. So 1/6 is weird. It's easy to remember though. It's 0.1666, 0.16 repeating. 2/6. Here you just play the game. I want to get to ninths or tenths. Well, I can reduce it to 1/3. Oh, well, I can make it bigger. 3/9. Oh, it's 0.3 repeating. 3/6. That's a half. Oh, that's 5/10. That's 0.5. 4/6. I can make it smaller. Then I can make it bigger. That's 0.6 repeating. And then 5/6 is a weirdo. You just have to do your long division. I'm not going to show it. But you can do your long division and see it. And those two are kind of nice just to have memorized, so you don't have to fart around with that. Now, I'll do the even eighths. 2/8 becomes 1/4. And 0.25. Now, if you add a 0, then 1/8, isn't that half of 2/8? So I can't do half of 25, but I can do half of 250. That's why I add the 0 here. So 1/8 is 0.125. So if I had 1/8, I'd go, well, 2/8 is a quarter, so 1/8 is half of that. 3/8, we'll just add 1/8 and 2/8, so just add those two numbers like I did here, and you get 0.375. Again, you could do the long division. 4/8 is a half, well, that's 5/10, and that's 0.5. 5/8, that's 4/8 and 1/8. 0.5 plus 0.125, that's 0.625. 6/8 is 3/4, that's money, 0.75. And 7/8, well, that's 6/8 and 1/8. 75 cents and 0.125, so it's 0.875. Anyway, so there's just the odd eighths are the weirdos. But if you just remember 1/8 is half of 250, then you can just add them up to add it onto 0.5 to get 5/8 or 7/8. So anyways, there you go.